Hey, it's Thor's Day, Marvel fans, and you know what that means. We are back. And thanks for joining us tonight. We are talking about She-Hulk Episode 7. And we've got some Marvel Cinematic News, teasers, and speculation about what's to come. This is the FOMO Show, so don't miss out. What's up, guys? I am Dylan.
I am Quinn. Hi.
And thanks for joining us. No matter where you're watching, hopefully on some place that supports us and we can eventually get paid if we reach that 1,000 subscriber mark. But anyway, so yeah, speaking of, please like, subscribe, and hit the little bell icon so you know when we make new videos, when we actually go live, and all that fun stuff. Because like last week, Quinn had things. I got home right before I was supposed to start streaming, and just didn't happen. Because we work and all that kind of stuff. We're just dudes, man, trying to make it happen. So if you would, if you do want to support us or anything like that, subtle little drop there, we'd greatly appreciate that, and that will also help us get like ads and all that kind of stuff to get in front of more people, and super helpful. Just a like and sharing with your friends is a huge deal. Thank you so much. Also, if you're interested, we've got merch on our website. That's www.broken.pictures.com. All right, so with that out of the way, let's get right into it with everybody's favorite voice.
Hi, it's me right here.
Okay.
If you haven't left now.
Set my tea over here.
If you haven't left now, then this is your final chance. For this is your spoiler alert. In this episode of the FOMO Show, we will be talking about She-Hulk episode... Is this 7?
7.
Episode 7.
2 more.
2 more to go. So if you haven't watched the previous 6 episodes, and also this one, making a total of 7, pause this, go watch those, then come back. Unless you want to be spoiled. Now you have been warned. All right. Episode intro. She-Hulk, episode 7. The Retreat. Jen visits Blonsky's wellness retreat and meets new friends and gets in touch with her inner She-Hulk. Yes.
I don't know why I did that noise. Just thought it would be fun.
But yes, so
Picking up like my She-Hulk shirt.
it's a pretty dope shirt.
I forgot what artist it is. I was hoping maybe there'd be a signature on here, but got it from Hot Topic. Don't have a deal with Hot Topic or anything. Not promoting them necessarily, but pretty sick shirt.
Pretty sick shirt.
I mean, if Hot Topic, wants to. I don't know how to do any of that. I'm not good at that end of it. We just here for the fun.
We here for the fun, y'all.
If you are good at that and you would like to help us, DM me. Let me know.
Slide into them DMs.
Yeah. Just unless you're like one of those people, we can grow your Instagram. It's like I'm tired of getting those. I just send me a personal message. Good God.
So what would you rate?
And so we're gonna, since we missed last week, let's just we're gonna skim last week's episode and kind of, because they're short episodes,
They're short.
We used to cover an hour-long episodes anyway.
Yeah. So what would you rate what would you rate the 2 episodes combined?
Oh man, I'm gonna go with full 10.
Full 10.
The full gin.
The full gin. 10 gins. I'm gonna give it a solid 10 as well. Yes, solid 10. I'm gonna give it 10 yurts.
What is it?
Hurting for a yurt.
Hurting for a yurt. Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna give it 10 yurt hurtins. Yeah, yurt hurtins out of 10. So yeah, let's skim over the wedding episode.
Well, I can't I can't just jump over the fact that we now live in a world where Hugh Jackman is going to play Wolverine at least one more time.
At least one more time.
At least one more time.
Yeah.
We are this close to Hulk versus Wolverine. I gotta tie it in somehow to Hulk.
I understand. Or we're this close to She-Hulk versus Wolverine.
Hello.
Which that's just...
That would be interesting.
That's going to be a different kind of smashing. So...
Oh, man.
But yes. We're the...
You want a what?
Deadpool walks in. It smells like I can't even... The smell would be really bad.
Oh, man.
Dang.
Angel looks at the camera. Hashtag Hulk smash.
Get out of here.
So, I mean, we are also potentially looking at a cameo from Patrick Stewart and Tom Holland in Deadpool 3. Like, thank you, Kevin Feige, as the update to the announcement says.
Yeah.
Thank you, MCU.
Thank you, MCU.
And I feel like She-Hulk is like where the MCU has turned the corner in Phase 4 and become the phase that we always wanted it to be and knew it could be.
Yeah. I mean, still a rebuild phase.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, it would have been nice to get this announcement at D23 or something like that, but
then
it would have overshadowed everything.
Yeah, it's like the thing that you would be expecting.
Yeah,
I think they played everything safe because they don't want to. Like I said, they understand. Their ears into the ground. They know.
Hugh Jackman has a schedule, y'all.
Yeah, he does. He had to.
He
finish
was like D23. I'm huge jacked man.
I got Music Man that night. I can't. Broadway is paying for my other house right now. So
other several houses. Probably.
Yes. See you next go around. But yeah, that's it's getting exciting again.
It really is.
I like that it wasn't exciting. It just excitement led sometimes to disappointment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it feels connected again, and that's thank you. Yep. I'm excited.
So
that was a shot in the arm we needed.
Yes, good old steroid shot.
Yep. Although there is news that Blade might be delayed because director fallout.
Oh.
Yeah, they're having to replace the director. Creative differences or something like that.
Homie probably wanted to put boobies in it.
Which also ties into this episode because
yes.
what's the dude's name?
Oh man,
Saosin or something like that.
Saracen.
Saosin.
Yeah.
That's an emo band.
So yes, it was the first actual vampire that we've seen. Technical.
He was in the sun, so
I mean, they were saying
unless the Daywalker is his father.
Yeah, I mean, I said
he's old enough.
He's old enough. It's a possibility.
Herschel be out there making little Merces.
Little Merces. They couldn't remix some stuff because MCU loves to do that to where vampires don't need to. Yeah. Or, he could also be a Daywalker. And it was just like,
or we're looking at a different type of vampire, which would be weird if the rumors are true that Homelander is potentially playing Dracula.
I see it. I see it real hard.
Because how can you get Dracula and him not have like the classic vampire tropes?
Yeah. I mean,
because then you get to make fun of the classic vampire tropes. But at the same time, Blade is pretty
serious.
Pretty serious, yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, and a lot of things when you have characters like that have that defined weakness, after a while it's not like a thing to them anymore. Superman eventually becomes immune to kryptonite.
And just trying to make it more interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, that could be the whole thing, is that they're trying to figure out a way to go into the day. I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah. Who knows? But that's Blade. We're here. Yeah. She-Hulk wedding episode. Let's go.
That was an amazing episode. Titania. that I cannot remember the actress's name. She's from The Good Place.
Yes.
She is phenomenal. She's hilarious.
So
like her Twitter, I just want to hang out there. It is so hilarious. It's so good.
She is super funny.
Yeah, it's like Miss Petty Train. Like I love making fun of like the whole influencer petty thing. I love that. Like that does my heart well. So like yes. Give me more of that and her veneers. All that dust in her face and
What are you laughing at me now?
yeah. Completely gaslighting when not everything's about you, Jen. You know, when obviously that's the only reason she came there.
Yep. She walked in and said, I'm about to girl boss, gaslight, gatekeep. She
With boss earrings.
With
like
boss
it's right
earrings.
there. It's a little on the nose, on the ear.
She-Hulk at this wedding. And yeah. Jen's friend though got on my nerves.
Yeah. She's a hilarious comedian. I'm still confused though, because there's obviously more going on with Josh and that whole thing. So, did Josh just take advantage of being in the wedding party and having these connections? Because we never saw the groom.
No.
Never saw the groom.
Never saw the groom.
In fact, there in the credit scenes there was the little film strip of photo booth things, and the bride is making out with Chet.
Huh.
So was the whole thing a setup just to get at Jen?
Could've
Was
been.
is Titania in on the? Is she like
To
recruited
distract
by
her?
the intelligentsia? So the intelligentsia, right? Like
Yes.
this is huge. This is huge. Like this is I mean this is huge because we were conveniently the leader was announced
Yes.
to be a thing coming back
Yep.
in the middle of She-Hulk.
In the middle of She-Hulk 2
Then
weeks
we
ago.
find out
Yep.
intelligentsia. Who's the leader of the intelligentsia, Quinn?
The leader.
The leader is the leader of the intelligentsia.
They're gonna. I feel like we're about to get Loki'd a little bit. How Loki said, "Oh, Jonathan Majors is gonna be King the Conqueror," and then Loki
right.
he comes up. Oh there.
Yep. And we know that MODOK is also coming,
Yep.
who is another member
MODOK.
of the intelligentsia.
God dang. 2 and 2 is starting to make.
And we've already seen, I said Eggman, but Egghead,
Yes. Ghost.
whose ghost father was killed
hardcore
in Ant-Man
this.
2. Where are these guys showing up? MODOK showing up in Ant-Man,
Yeah.
Quantumania. Leader showing up in Captain 4.
The
Cap
dots are
4.
starting to connect. There's about to be some conquering happening. You know what? You know who they better not say is about to come back?
Who?
I know he's in someone's movie or TV show or something. Old dude who broke my heart. Who was the Mandarin?
Whiplash? Oh, no.
No.
Oh, Trevor Slattery?
There we go.
We know he's coming back for Wonder Man.
That's right.
Yeah.
And they announced that.
Which is not announced yet. Has not been announced.
No, but
we know
he's-
that there's a they're toying with a Heroes for Hire. Like the dude that played Iron Fist wants to be in a Heroes for Hire project, and is kind of pitching that or saying, "Oh, I would be interested." You know how they do, right? But right before they get cast, "Oh, I would be interested in this."
Yeah. The same guy
So
who played
so
Iron
it's probably in the works. At least talking behind the scenes. Of course, they can write him. You can fix Iron Fist.
What was
It
wrong
came
with
in.
him? I don't know
He
what
was
was wrong
just he
with
was
him.
just unlikable.
I guess.
I honestly don't think enough people knew who Iron Fist was.
And I feel like that's
and
what
then
it
when they were
was.
like, "Oh, here's comic accurate Iron Fist," they were like, "Who's this white boy?" And it was like,
Yeah.
he's literally like.
That's his whole deal. I feel like
I guess they wanted him. I feel like they wanted to like retcon him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To make him more culturally friendly.
that's fine. Okay, I mean, I get it.
But if you leave him like that, and then you play him against Shang-Chi,
Yeah, I would be super
perfect.
into this.
That's like Dean Martin, Jerry Lewis comedy.
Yeah.
Like,
It
I
would
mean,
be
that could be
so
great.
Good.
Like, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? It's like, why are you Iron Fist?
And then Luke Cage just be there. He's like, "I see, Daddy. I told you. I told you it was gonna be a problem, Daddy."
He's all right. He's with me. It's like, are you sure? Are you sure?
I want this so bad.
You could you know how She-Hulk is like playing on all the actual Twitter things and the man babies and all this stuff. You could totally play on like
Yes.
the Asian hate and everything against Danny Rand, and
Yes.
just let him like live in that space, and also be useful and a badass,
And be useful in a
and like come into his own in that. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like fully aware of what that is.
Yes. Cause I know I'm in a super minority. I feel like I like the Iron Fist show. But it did lack one thing. It could have been a tad funnier because Danny does have like this very dry humor that he doesn't intend to
Too
have.
serious.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, but
Yeah, they didn't use that enough. Like there was a lot of potential for that.
and but overall, I enjoyed that, and I would like to see all of the Netflix actors like reprise their roles.
Yep, and Colleen Wing, who was phenomenal, who
Yeah,
was great. She was
super cool.
a lot of fun.
Friggin' Nighthawk.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Rosario Dawson is wanting to come back as a night nurse.
Mm-hmm. I mean, she's already like.
Oh
you
yeah,
know,
she's a step. She's got her
already-
foot in already.
Yeah,
You know,
she over
freaking
there.
Ahsoka.
Freaking Ahsoka, who Luke is crushing on, but Luke won't say he's crushing on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's funny.
He's like, I'll go gray for you, baby. Who wouldn't? Rosario freaking Dawson. Who? Anyways, I just had a hot flash.
So, Titania kind of wanted. I don't know why she wanted She-Hulk to like kind of go, not necessarily all out, but she was like, "I came here because I actually want to fight you. So come on, dude, come on, bro.
Oh yeah.
Like get up and fight now." And we still haven't seen She-Hulk go all out. Like I think the furthest we've seen her go all out's against Bruce, but even that wasn't.
Yeah. So I like this episode because I feel like, remember how we were saying for the character building moment, she has to be like thinking she's all that and just be taken down. In She-Hulk fashion,
And
she was taken down as Jen by
Yep.
Josh.
Hi, Josh.
And
Super.
like I think that is a quiet genius moment. Like
Yep.
in the writing, it's like, oh, it's not just another big hulking thing that's fighting
gonna beat her
She-Hulk.
up.
You know what I mean? Like this is a She-Hulk. This is a woman-based show.
Yep.
Like we're going to do it a different way, and I really applaud that. I think it was fun. I think it was smart.
She out rom-com the mess out of her.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It was.
Of course, there is the big bad, because comics or whatever.
'Cause comics.
But yeah,
But yeah,
Josh is the one that took her down a rung.
Yep. I really hope he has powers, because if not, he's gonna get a foot in the chest.
Bruh. He could potentially be hate monger.
He could be.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh. Ooh. Interesting.
Or a reimagining of.
Yeah. There's a lot of
fits
potential.
in.
He did classic kind of douchey that guy move though.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Left Jen just in the dust. I felt really bad for Jen because she hasn't had like a good chance at love at any point in time. She found one guy, but he liked She-Hulk and not actual Jen.
Mm-hmm.
So he hit that peace sign. And she finally got a guy that's like, I like Jen.
Of course.
And then she let him in, and now Jen got hurt. And I'm like,
Yeah,
"God
because
damn, Jen."
literally Jen is the only place she's vulnerable.
Yep.
I mean, this is okay. I'm gonna get on my Superman soapbox, Quinn.
Why?
This Hulk, it's more obvious. Or something froze up.
Something froze. Oh, you're frozen.
There it goes. Okay.
Okay.
Anyways, so Hulk is just more obvious that you see his vulnerable side. She-Hulk, his vulnerable side is more obvious. It's more on the nose. Superman is exactly the same. It's just not on the nose. He's human. He's just as soft on the inside. When you're not talking physicality, the exact same. Play them the same. Write them the same. Like Superman can get heartbroken. He can get his feelings hurt. You know what I mean?
He has been heartbroken. It sucked. It was bad.
Mm-hmm.
He couldn't fight.
But I mean, that's why Superman is such a Boy Scout, is because, in spite of being an outcast and an alien and an orphan and all these things, he still chooses to take the high road.
Yeah.
That's you know what I mean? If that's unrelatable, I mean, like, you just need to learn how to write so people can see his struggles and understand. Like, that's my soapbox. But I feel like that is the writing that Superman deserves. She-Hulk is getting right now.
I mean, he's had it before, in different places, in places that I guess not most of everybody would see, because the time like when he first got his, and this is just going off into a small rabbit hole, when he first used the supernova, which was like one of his newest powers, where he explodes basically and removes all the sunlight from all his cells, and
right, and that's cool. I think that's makes sense.
For the next 24 hours, he was human. He actually, like, for the first time, he got drunk. He actually caught a cold. A lot happened to him in 24 hours. He got into an alley fight.
We went Superman 3.
He got into an alley fight where him and Jimmy had to fight off some guys. Like, just with
That's interesting.
Yeah.
See, there's interesting ways to do it.
Yes.
That's actually a really interesting way that makes sense for the character. To where, like, okay, because he has to absorb sunlight into his cells to get his power. If he's been with Superman so long, he figured out how to release them. Like, that's I think that's really creative.
Yes. So it's there. It's there.
It's there. It's there. But, of course, what was that? I cannot think. Who said? I forget who said that Superman was unrelatable, but he was one of the top people at Marvel. So of course he said that to try to.
Of course.
Yeah.
So
Joe Quesada. Joe Quesada. Is that right? Mm-hmm. Anyways, that's forever my soapbox. Like, Man of Steel dipped their toe in it.
Yeah.
Anywho.
But yeah.
She-Hulk.
She-Hulk.
It's related. It's related. We're breaking down.
So yeah, it was. So we got to see Blonsky's. Blonsky. We got to see Blonsky's.
That's a fun way to say it.
What you call it?
Midnight Retreat, something like that. Summer
Midnight.
Summer Twilight.
Summer Twilight. There we go.
Summer Twilight. That thing is huge. The place is huge.
Yeah, I don't know where he got this money.
From his
women.
Yeah, but where are they?
Yeah, right.
Did he josh them?
I mean, they're not. I mean, still at this moment.
That's abominable.
I need you to go home. You are home.
This is my home.
To this exact moment, still, I think his retreat is still, and it's with
these puns are child's play.
I'm going home, Dylan. All right, I'm doubling down.
Get it.
His retreat is a scroll switch out spot.
Oh.
And I'm saying this because, yes, there are super powered people coming here. Mm-hmm. If it was normal people, I wouldn't double down as hard. Still might double down. But he's doing this for super powered folks. And yeah, I'm pretty sure Jen, I hope she didn't get switched out. I hope the yurt is not where you switch out. And
it's going to be one of those things where we saw it happen. We just didn't know we saw it happen.
Oh, man. Remember this moment, y'all. This exact moment. But yeah, and so I'm like,
Yeah, somebody cut this and get it ready to put on TikTok after it happens.
After it happens. Because because yeah, no, it's really making me
Cut that part.
So if if his spot is one of those scroll switch out retreats, and they are switching out with super proud individuals, this is definitely plays into Secret Wars super hard and Secret Invasion, and yeah, so
I mean, especially how can the intelligentsia fit into this? Because we still got to cross that bridge.
I think, like, real talk, in She-Hulk, the kind of the underlying theme of the show.
Or is it going to be a Ralph Boner situation?
It's not going to be a Ralph Boner. I pray it's not a Ralph Boner. I hope they
Hashtag
learned.
Hulk smash.
I hope they've learned, because it hurt my soul, hurt your soul. I was like, this. I'm going to cry now. What?
Even more.
What?
That, well, I don't know. I'm holding out judgment. The showrunner for WandaVision that came up with the whole Ralph Boner thing and thought it was funny.
Oh man.
Is also the writer for Fantastic Four now.
So Doom is apparently a baby.
Doom baby.
So, what was I saying?
Hashtag Baby Doom.
Hashtag Baby Doom.
Oh, I want to see that toy. I want that Funko Pop.
A series of this like Marvel characters as babies.
Boss Baby
Boss.
MCU edition.
Oh dang. Hashtag Baby Doom. What was I about to say, dude? I forgot.
I don't know. I don't know. All I'm thinking,
She-Hulk.
all I'm seeing is like the entire where do you send your kids?
Daycare?
All I'm seeing is daycare sanctioned off into like different locales, and this is Latveria.
I am
dare
Baby
you come.
Doom. You don't come to
In my corner.
nap time is my
Why
domain.
does he sound like Bane? It's the
Oh,
mask.
She-Hulk. In the show.
Baby She-Hulk.
What we have like seen the entire time is underlined things happening. Like, she is dealing with her stuff and living her life, but in these little like clever ways, we've seen the MCU still living and rolling and going on.
Yep.
The news articles, why is there a giant face sticking out the ground? Man with knives coming out of his fist fighting in a bar.
Wolverine confirmed.
So, Hulk then going off into space. Like, the MCU is still a living, breathing
Oh man,
thing.
this show is such a springboard. I'm
Yeah.
loving
It's
that. Like, that's why they deserve 9 episodes,
Yeah.
because like they're just like
they're
She-Hulk is like,
it's going. The tailor making Daredevil's new suit.
yeah.
Like, so that's why, like, even if Blonsky
Still haven't
is
seen him yet though.
still
Two
haven't
more
seen him yet.
episodes.
He's he gets a 2-parter. I'm hoping.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. So
Even though
if,
we're still not getting after credit scenes, I feel like every little
think there's
last moment should have been the after credit scene.
I
But
think-
they were like, yeah, it's only 30 episodes,
only-
30 minutes. Let's
Yeah.
just make it
put
part
it
of
in
the episode.
And also, I feel like the budget went to whatever this actual after credit scene for the last episode's going to be. So even if Blonsky is
Bringing Tim Blake Nelson in
Ooh,
with that grin.
that grin. Even if Blonsky is a scroll, his place is a scroll facility. The intelligentsia is her end game for the show for right now, or at least the start of something else for her.
It's got to be a springboard towards, because I
Everything
feel
else.
like Captain America: New World Order is going to be this completely fleshed out,
Yeah, and it's her.
and
then,
it's going to be
along with Ant-Man. Like, I think Ant-Man, it's gonna be those things where you start to
like-
really see,
Like skipping stones.
skipping stones till you get to the other side, and then you have the leader picking it up with his mind and throwing it at your face.
Yeah, I honestly think that it's going to kind of lean in hard into the. I'm going blank. What are the people that raided the Capitol?
Which capital? Our capital?
Our Capitol.
Oh. Trumpers?
January
No.
4th.
Yeah, rioters. I mean,
No, the internet group.
Proud Boys? No, QAnon.
QAnon.
No. QAnon.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
yeah, Proud Boys too, but I feel like it's going to be like the whole QAnon, like
Kinda
that
thing.
type of threat. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Not necessarily, getting
Or-
too close because you
Kind
can't.
of creates a public
Yeah.
paranoia and type of thing.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be that type of like underground internet
Yes.
threat type thing.
And we've kind of seen
The Russian Cold War internet thing. All that
Captain
stuff.
America
all that
kind of
stuff.
dealt with it a bit because the
Conspiracy theories.
flag smashers definitely. It was just
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So it's right up Cap's alley.
Yep.
So yeah.
Because that's the new threat. It's not necessarily like
This big giant robot
exactly.
flying
I mean,
in the
yeah,
sky.
it's not Cap fighting Crimson Dynamo or
Which would be great.
Red Guardian
Which would be
anymore.
great.
It's him. It's a hacker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Is the threat. So
Yeah.
Sam's got a new type of enemy and a new world order.
Yep.
Anywho,
And then Thunderbolts. Yep. So yeah, there's
speaking of Thunderbolts, there are rumors. I don't know if I like it. I mean, I'm on the fence. Rumors that because the late great William Hurt can no longer play Thunderbolt Ross, there are rumors that Harrison Ford is in talks to step into those shoes, so that we can get.
Harrison Ford is
Ford.
Red Hulk. That's what you really got to think about. That's what you got to think about.
So here's like I see him as the politician, like himself.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot picture Harrison Ford behind a microphone making Red Hulk noises.
I
Like he would be so over that. I feel like he'd
Yeah.
just be like, "This is ridiculous."
I'm not doing this. Get out of here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
But Dennis Quaid though.
Dennis Quaid?
Dennis Quaid. Unless I'm thinking of someone else.
No, I'm sorry. I was thinking Randy Quaid.
Oh.
No, big difference between the Quaids.
But Dennis Quaid though. I feel like he'd be on it. It's really
interesting.
really,
yeah.
you just need-
I didn't. That one came from left field, but it fits.
Yeah. Really just need somebody who can wear a good mustache. In their human form.
Oh, Dennis Quaid is always clean shaven.
He is. I mean, there's ways. There's ways.
There's plenty of people
Yeah.
that could play that.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm gonna be very honest with you. I thought the actor who played Tony's dad, not like Captain America Tony's dad, but like him in his middle age. Tony's dad you saw in Endgame. That one.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he and the actor who played General Ross were the same person for a hot minute.
Oh,
For a hot minute. Until like I really had to
older Tony's dad.
yeah. I was like,
Not all white people look the same.
they wore their hair the same, and I was like,
I mean, you're not wrong. It's the '50s uniform.
yeah.
It's the old angry white guy uniform.
So I was like, huh, they're not. They can't be. How did they? This doesn't make any sense to me. But yeah, that's what I thought there. So yeah, She-Hulk has the intelligentsia.
Mm-hmm.
She has now met a vampire. She has now met a kind of sorta. They say he's a vampire, and he's like lusting after
So-
blood.
So do you think that
A member of the Wrecking Crew's now reformed, maybe.
Yeah. Do you think, because I was really concerned when she went back to Gen form that they
were just about to jump her.
They were gonna get her.
They were gonna jump her, just like get her.
But it's either real or they're really disciplined playing the long con.
Or they're scrolls. Cause now, all right, here. So
where else do you get a magic crowbar, people?
Where else do you get them? I mean, so all right, here we go again with the. I think they're scrolls. So as we know, as you've seen from we'll use the old Blade movies as kind of a base, and we'll also use just regular.
To rewatch those.
What?
I need to rewatch those.
Oh, I was about to say you never really watched. I was like, Dylan.
Yes. Those like we would not have the MCU without Wesley freaking Snipes.
We really wouldn't.
Blade.
So Blade
and to a lesser degree Ryan Reynolds Blade 3.
How are they gonna do that? Yeah, sure enough. So Blade movies as a base, and then like vampire, just regular vampire lore also as a base. Normal, stereotypical vampire lore. There we go. So vampires go in the sun. What happens?
They melt.
You get
burn.
You get toasted.
Yeah.
Or if you're Twilight, I sparkle.
They're basically like orcs. They just like start to. They either burst into flames if you're like True Blood.
Yeah.
Or ash, or they it burns their skin.
It burns
a little sunburn.
You can get
extreme
out
sunburn.
Heal. It's the only way to
you make a mad dash across a ray of sunlight and make it.
Just, ow, ow, ow. So yeah, you have all that, but then we have Saracen, who when Jen was leaving, was just outside, just bye Jen, we love you. And to our knowledge, in the MCU, there's really only one true Daywalker.
This is the second vampire mention, though.
Second vampire mention. Technically third.
Well, I mean, because last episode, Mr. Immortal, his Baroness Blood was his ex-wife, basically.
Yeah.
Who was a vampire.
Who was a vampire.
And a Nazi.
Yeah. I mean, they skim over that nowadays. They really do, actually.
But Mr. Immortal's not a good person.
No.
He's not there yet. If they actually go on to form, like, what is it, Great Lakes Avengers?
Yeah.
Then,
Then possibly.
But
or if he has
I will say this, it was really nice seeing that guy, because I could not place where I've seen him before, but he was in Book of Boba Fett.
Oh, yeah.
He was what is that race with the
tentacle thing?
Yeah.
Ooh. If you hadn't asked me. But yeah, Jabba's former right hand.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. So, well, that's good. What was I about to say? Vampires, only daywalkers you see, only daywalker we know of in the MCU, besides like Dracula later, is Blade. Every other vampire, if it's daytime, we up under the ground, just hiding out, waiting till the sun goes down.
There's always a rave.
Yeah, always. Blade's always there.
Leather, it's the Matrix.
With vampires.
Yep.
Oh, I want to see that movie. Like, more now. But actually, Matrix with vampires.
I mean, Matrix 2 technically had vampires.
Did they have werewolves? No. Did they?
I mean, they had ghosts and werewolves and all that stuff.
Wait,
because they were rogue programs. That remember, like the Keymaker and
oh yeah,
all them. Yeah.
Matrix is good. I like Matrix.
Part 2 took a little step too far for some people. For some people, it jumped the shark.
It jumped the shark.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes when you jump the shark, you end up where you need to be. Sometimes.
Away from the shark.
Away from the shark.
Or in the shark's mouth.
So, yeah.
You know what that comes from, right? Jumping the shark?
The Happy Days.
Yep.
Yeah.
He literally jumped the shark.
Literally jumped the shark. Skis. What was I about to say? But yeah, so if a Skrull should so happen to take your powers, they don't necessarily take your weaknesses. They can just copy your abilities.
Because character flaws would change from person to person.
Yep.
Which also brings into question, like, what is up with Blonsky's inhibitor? Like, he seemed like he was definitely lying.
Yeah.
Although I wouldn't put it past him. It was my favorite chicken.
My favorite chicken was caught in the thing.
Yep.
I mean, Blonsky could be playing that super.
Something else is going on.
Something has to be. Near the electric fence.
Who do you think Hulk King is? Do you think it's Blonsky? Do you think it's Leader? Do you think it's somebody else?
I think it's Leader. Unless... Oof. I'm trying to think who else it could be. It's not... A-Bomb's not around right now. It's not...
For some reason I saw A-Train when he said that. I was like...
He is blue. It's not... Long Shot in the dark. The Long Shot, I think it is Maestro. Long Shot. And that's just because time travel-y
shenanigans. Multiverse shenanigans. Yeah, it could be nice.
It could be. It's most likely Leader, I'm hoping. Whoever else it could be, I don't know.
Crossed. I would like it to be Leader.
Yeah.
So I feel like that propels it in a certain direction.
Yeah. It could also be old dude we saw in the beginning who she went on a date with, who was asking her all those questions.
Todd. Yeah, could be Todd.
So,
which would, I mean, we joked about Todd being like the
leader's son.
The leader's son. Like, that would be very, like...
Oh, son of a gun.
The comedy would fit into this.
Yeah.
But it would still achieve the same goal.
It would still achieve the same goal. He has a lot of money. Oh crap! It might be Todd for real. Intelligentsia might just be Todd.
For Todd's sake. What are we doing here?
And then
just hit the mug on my teeth.
And then it would make sense if the Wrecking Crew was working for a B-rate intelligentsia ran by the leader's son, who he is trying to prove to his dad, I can be a supervillain too, Dad. And then you have his dad and the end credit scene, like him arguing, like, yeah, you failed. What I knew this was gonna happen. I could have told you. You know, just because you got super genius powers, Dad, doesn't mean you know everything. It's exactly what it means. And then you hear like a voice in the back, like, when are you gonna hurry up? And it's like, quiet, MODOK. And then he's like, son, I have to go. We'll talk about this event later. And then he like turns around and you just see a table and it's the Masters of Evil.
Also, he could also look down and it's like, although this one thing you have here, I'm going to borrow this. The intelligentsia. And take it to another level.
Take it to another level.
Where it becomes the intelligentsia.
Yes.
It's like when you win Wu the Mandarin. It's like we're sorry. We're sorry.
Because with Captain America 4, I kind of really want them to have that scene from like where the very first Captain America comic with Sam, where he's going through this base and like he ends up falling down the shaft and he lands in the middle of a floor and he gets up and he's surrounded by the Masters of Evil. Yep. And they beat the bricks off his head. It's fine.
It's like a Court of Owls type scene.
Yes. Because with, the Thunderbolt's probably showing up in some capacity in his movie. And the leader also being the villain for the movie. I'm just saying.
Yeah, so like... I mean, I know Bucky and Sam are like you've got the love-hate thing going on, but they're actually like close.
Yeah.
So like, how do you get Bucky to leave the
Sam.
Thunderbolts? How do you get him? How do you get them? Because I feel like Sam is going to have Sam and Thunderbolts are not on the same page.
Yep.
So, like, is Bucky being fooled, or is he just, like, reprogrammed?
I think...
Because, I mean, Wakanda got that out of him, right?
They definitely got that out of him.
Sure, he got all that out.
I think what it would end up being for Bucky would be, like, him seeing the Thunderbolts in action, like them actually saving folks, and then...
Thinking could be...
He gets the chance of... The one thing we're still missing is a leader. And, you know, like, the chance of redemption of, come lead this team, we know that you can,
He gets to be Cap.
He gets to be Cap.
Where he's never actually gotten to be
Cap. Or he was, you know, always being chased.
You could play into where he does kind of, like, he's kept it in
under wraps.
Under wraps because he respects...
Sam.
Yeah, he respects Sam, and of course he respects Steve.
Steve's wishes.
You know, but secretly he wishes he would have been chosen.
Shot. He wants a shot at the title.
So I mean, this could be his shot, and that plays against that. You need some more water. I got some more water.
I'm good. We're close to the end. I think.
Are we?
I think so. So yeah, but She-Hulk as a show has had great moments of comedy, great moments of setup, like it shows it, like we said earlier,
punches above its weight class for sure.
Yeah.
Although I mean, it's She-Hulk, so he punched pretty hard.
She was punching hard. But my last thing is, like, I honestly feel like at this point, and DC's dabbled with it, they just then decided we're going to stop everything and then start everything again, so it's not there.
Ooh,
but
don't even get me into that. The whole thing where it looks like dude might have even been just setting it up, getting ready, trying to sell it. You hadn't heard that?
No, Dylan.
It looks like they might have, like, falsified information and subscribers to get the stock price up, to get it ready to fire sell that thing, to sell Warner Brothers to, not Universal, not Paramount.
NBC?
No, it's another big.
I was about to say they are Time Warner. AT&T?
No,
they own
AT&T is out. That was Warner.
Okay.
It might have been Universal.
Okay.
But yeah, it looks like that he was trying to, like, set it up and get it ready to sell. Like, some things are coming out, which is
cool.
Man, I was trying to give dude benefit of the doubt.
I won't be upset. It's fine. Everything's fine. I'm okay. So yeah.
I don't know, but I mean, if it's up for sale, I mean, Disney.
Don't do it, Disney. Please don't. Just don't.
We can finally get that Marvel DC crossover.
Don't, please. I need y'all to stay separate.
Oh my God. Could you imagine if DC and Marvel merged? Like, there would be outrage. So much outrage.
I'd throw up. I
would
physically
like,
throw up.
Image Comics and all these other ones would replace DC. Like,
they would have to.
Like, really, like,
yeah.
They've kind of been like, you know, I mean, they're big in their own right. Like, don't get me wrong. excellent comics. But what's the other one? Horse.
Huh? Dark Horse?
Dark Horse. Like, it would really, like, open up the floor for some indie comic.
It would have to because
step
the
up.
void will be way too big. Because you know they're going to, like, say, all right, stop all that real quick. And then everything would just stop for like a hard 6 months. And then they would start rolling out. Oh, I'm going to throw up.
I think we just lost every last person who ever watched the show.
What I was about to say?
I don't know. That's fake. That's not real. Don't worry about it. Just like,
so, yeah, the hill that I will die on until the end of time now is in the day and age of. Did I say this in the beginning? Did I say this to you? I said this to you before.
All I can hear is Conan O'Brien used to do this segment back in that late 90s where they'd be like, in the year 2000. And hold a flashlight, and they'd be like, and then they would say weird things like, Arnold Schwarzenegger becomes governor of California. Things that ended up
happening.
it's like Simpsons level things. In my mind, anyway.
Yes. Well, that's new. Okay.
I might have turned it up a little too bright. The light went out.
So yeah. Oh, Hill I Will Die On Till the End of Time. In the day and age of like superhero movies and stuff that we live in, how everything is like super like it's not super, well, I don't want to say super mainstream, but mainstream to a point, and like it's very saturated with it being everywhere. I honestly feel like the best route is to just do the superhero stories like they have been doing in the TV shows, and then save the movies for these really big events. Because if you know you can make $1 billion off of it, why not build it elsewhere and then send everybody to the theaters?
Yep. Exactly. Let that be the culmination.
Yep.
Of
whatever you're making.
Like we've been building towards this. Go see the final fight.
Thing.
Like the boss fight is the theater event. Which is kind of what AMC tried to do with The Walking Dead, which is coming back this weekend. So watch our stuff. A little segue there. We will be back discussing the final part of the final season of The Walking Dead. Which is where this whole thing started.
Yep, final 3.
So anyway, they tried to kind of do that
3?
with like
8.
with like the theater events for the season finales and premieres and stuff like that. So like I feel like that's a valid idea. Like that could definitely work. Having all the because they do the same thing with comics where they have like this big event issues. They put it all together.
Supersized issue. And then it culminates, and then it's still then
you can get all the side comics and find out what's happening between and behind the scenes and all this stuff, or you can just read like the the highlights.
Yep. And even still in the highlights, it sets everybody else who's in those up for whatever they're about to do next as well.
Yep. At the same time, to be fair, with it becoming mainstream and people are casual fans, you don't want to make it too complicated, because it's just like shows like I never got into the Arrowverse because it was so daunting. There was a lot. Like I was going to start with Flash and take off from there, and I missed like the first 2 episodes, and I was like, I'll just catch up. And I looked up, and it was 20 episodes for season 1. And I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
It's like, screw that. I'm not watching 20 episodes just for season 1 to get, you know what I mean? So like, I feel like for the casual fan, like, you don't want to make it too daunting. You want to keep these spots where they can dip their toe and they can still keep up with the story and what's going on. But if they get curious and they want to go deeper, they can watch the shows.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. But you don't want to lose the fan base. You know what I mean? You don't want to make it too convoluted, because sometimes in the comics it's like where do I jump in? Like there's so much happening. Oh, well, this and that. Especially when you talk to like a hardcore comic fan, like it's like. It's like drinking from a water hose or a fire hose. You know what I mean? It's like, here's everything.
Get it, my lips is gone.
Like just put out a nice, good glass of water. Let them drink as much as they want, and that's good.
That's good.
But there's still like a whole thing. If you want the fire hose, we got that too.
We got you. Yes. So yeah, and I that's a perfect synopsis of it. So. Well, I don't know. Do you have anything else?
Screw Josh.
Screw Josh, yeah. Screw Josh.
It's a creeper, man, taking a photo of her while she was sleeping.
Go there like, I'm gonna slowly get my jacket on. And I'm gonna take a picture now. I'm gonna text you the thing.
And emojis. Because that's the thing.
Because that's the thing.
Playing off the Pepe thing, I feel like. So I feel like the photo is to shame
Yeah,
her
shame.
because one of the next episodes, she is at a gala because she's up for like Female Lawyer of the Year, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that could be tied into like all that stuff comes out when she's up for this, and you know,
Yeah.
and you know, trying to slut shame her and all that stuff. So
yeah, it's oof.
at the same time, so he says he has her blood. Like, at what point did he take her blood? Like while she's sleeping, like,
Had to be, but still.
or other stuff.
Ow.
Any DNA stuff.
Yeah.
Which if it was just DNA, like they could just get hair. You know what I mean?
But they need blood.
I mean, she's fuzzball. There's hair aplenty
Hair
to
aplenty.
pluck and pick. So this also leads into what the intelligentsia and the leader end up doing, and we mentioned it, Red She-Hulk,
Yep.
with the DNA. They got to get it somehow.
Yep.
But at the same time, is Josh's plan like an independent plan? Was the main plan? Is it plan B? Because they did tease that giant needle last week.
Yeah. And it
So
wasn't used.
Tchaikovsky's gun.
Yeah.
Like, you show the gun, it's got to go off. I mean, you showed us this big needle. What are you gonna? What are you doing?
What are you gonna do with it?
Or Chekhov's gun. What is Tchaikovsky? Chekhov's gun. My bad.
I feel like,
So-
I feel like it could be Plan B. He could have. I don't know. She was pretty out. I mean, even still, you're gonna feel a needle go into your arm. If
That thing was huge.
The
Like,
thing
there's
was
no
huge,
way
yeah.
that she didn't know. Like, how do you not wake her up? I mean, is it like one of those little pluck your finger things? You know what I mean? It could wake her up.
I could. I
I
mean,
mean-
unless he drugged her, but they didn't show that, so I don't know.
Roofied her, maybe?
Yeah, maybe.
She didn't wake up woozy. Although I do want to mention, I love the fact she was watching Miss Piggy. I feel like that's a great,
Yeah.
like, character moment representation for She-Hulk. Anyways.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm just curious how that fits in, like what's going on with that. But anywho, you have any thoughts on that? Okay, cool.
Not at the moment.
If you guys have any thoughts, anything like that, of course, hit us up in the comments. Add us on Twitter. There's our links, our handles right on in there. And all that
Handles.
stuff. Yeah, don't handle us gently, especially on Twitter.
We're
Be
just
nice.
babies.
Baby Doom.
Baby Doom. Hashtag Baby Doom.
Somebody please make a snippet of that and just like send it to me. I need that. I need that. I need that to be one of our one of those things. Baby Doom.
Baby Doom.
All right. I mean, that's all I got. I can't think of anything else right now. Just like, I'm excited. There's a lot. These next two episodes are going to be a lot, and there's so much is happening in a 30-minute episode.
Yeah.
It's insane. Like, they're really like packing it in. Like, the writing is really, really well done.
On point, A1. It's some good
There's
stuff.
no fluff. Even
Yeah.
though it seems like, oh, this is a freaking wedding episode, or this is gendered and
Yeah.
that. Like, it's literally like, it's well done.
Her powers are getting stronger.
Yeah.
Her fourth wall breaking. It's becoming stronger. She was able to.
Oh, previously on.
Yeah. Give me a previously on this guy. Previously on.
Yeah. Speaking of wall breaks, you mentioned it before the episode. Her friend,
Yeah.
the eye glance,
The eye
last
glance.
episode,
Yep.
and I thought that maybe it was just a mistake that it was overlooked. But you made a very good point. They have not edited out or don't seem to making an effort to edit it out. So
Yep.
they are rolling with it,
They're rolling with
or
it.
it's on purpose.
Yep. Oh man, I really hope she's not a witch.
Ooh, she was wearing that pentagram.
Yep.
So is that a made up character for the show, or is that a character from the comics?
Real talk. I would have to check because I cannot remember.
Marvel Encyclopedia Britannica. MCUica.
MCUica.
No, I don't know. Honestly, don't know.
Who knows?
Yeah, so I mean, I was curious how.
It depends. I mean, Agatha's still supposed to get a show.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Which they changed the name of it like 3 times.
Okay.
Yeah, because it was House of Harkness,
Yep.
and then it was something else now. I can't remember.
Something Salem? No.
don't know.
Darkness? I don't know.
Anywho, we'll see. That's all I got. I'm ready for what? Oh, Werewolf by Night is getting
coming.
fantastic reviews.
It's coming. It's time.
Super excited for that.
That's all we've been waiting on. It's time. It's Vader
I
time.
also feel like the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special. I feel like we're gonna be getting a teaser out of the blue at any moment.
Any moment.
Like maybe on the tail end of Werewolf by Night. I don't know. But Hot Topic already has Funko Pops for.
Oh, it's gonna get released
this.
tonight.
So yeah, it's any moment, I think. Like I saw Star-Lord holiday special Funko Pop, and I was like, already? I was like, we didn't even send a teaser or anything.
Homie up there. I would love it, and I hope James Gunn does this. I know you look at your Twitter and other things, so we'll probably cut this.
He'd respond to it. He's responded to me before.
Yeah, and we'll send it to you. But you know what I really hope? I really hope Star-Lord says, I don't know, something him and Rocket quipping back and forth, and one of them says, who the heck do you think I am, Peacemaker? And then go about that way. That's all I want. That's all I want.
Crossover. We all need it.
So yes.
Yeah, I mean, those holiday specials are loose enough to get away with stuff like that.
Yeah.
Give me like every like minor holiday special because you could like there's so many different like B characters and C characters, D characters. Give me the D-list heroes and villains doing Memorial Day. Or I mean, not something disrespectful, but something like like these made up Facebook like Sunday or it's Daughter Day or whatever. You know what I mean? Things can't keep up with all your fake holidays, Facebook.
Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving episodes always tend to be really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like give me all those things. Like even if it's not like a holiday where we don't get mail, you know. Yeah, give me all that.
Condiment Man, this is Kite Man. Are you coming over for Friendsgiving? I don't know if I'm coming over for Friendsgiving. Who's cooking the turkey? I think it's Penguin, but I don't know. He said he was coming, but didn't RSVP.
How is Penguin making bird? Like, isn't that like carnivorous? Like Jeffrey Dahmer stuff going on.
I didn't ask about it, so it's fine.
This is our after credit scene, by the way.
Calendar Man won't shut up about it, I swear to God.
Who's bringing the condiments? Condiment Man, of course. If he doesn't bring cranberry sauce this year, I'm going off.
I swear. Is Zaz carving the turkey again? I swear.
It's the DC Thanksgiving special. Oh, man. Okay. Yes. Give me all of it. All right. So, yeah, thanks for joining us. Hope that you will join us live. Usually every Thursday, 9:30 Central Standard Time-ish, depending on our work schedules and stuff like that. Also, don't forget, Walking Dead coverage is coming back Sunday nights, 10 o'clock Central Standard Time. Please like, subscribe, and hit the little bell icon so that you know when we drop new videos, when we go live, and all that fun stuff. And check out the website at www.broken.picturesno.com. This is Dylan.
I am Quinn.
Godzilla.
I am Quinn.
And signing off. We'll see you next time. Peace. I keep doing this. Like everybody in Britain is like, F you too. Peace.
Bye.
All right. Goodbye.